You likely believe your empathy serves as a permanent shield against committing monstrous acts, yet the evidence to the contrary is everywhere. We've all seen the quiet, polite coworker receive a minor promotion and immediately transform into a toxic micromanager. The digital world provides even clearer proof. Anonymity allows educated, stable individuals to devolve into vicious trolls within seconds of logging on. Every human mind harbors a dormant capacity for cruelty, waiting for the right conditions to surface. The line separating the good citizen from the monster is dictated entirely by environment. You act with kindness today because your current circumstances haven't granted you the permission to do otherwise. To find the blueprint of this collapse, we have to look at Philip Zimbardo's 1971 Stanford Prison Experiment. Zimbardo's baseline was intentionally unremarkable. He recruited healthy college students with no history of violence or criminal behavior. He randomly assigned these students to play the roles of either guards or prisoners within a simulated cell block in a university basement. The escalation happened almost immediately. Within days, those assigned as guards began enforcing sleep deprivation and psychological humiliation. The 2-week study collapsed in less than 6 days. The prisoners were experiencing such severe emotional breakdowns that the experiment became a liability. This proves that creating an abuser doesn't require a lifetime of trauma. It takes 6 days of unchecked authority. Zimbardo termed this the Lucifer Effect, the process where environmental shifts trigger a rapid psychological transformation from protector to predator. In your daily life, this process feeds on small permissions. It starts with a sharp comment in a group chat or a public humiliation disguised as a joke. When these minor slights meet an environment without consequences, the brain begins to reward the feeling of control. As this behavior is normalized, empathy centers in the brain effectively go quiet. The target is no longer a peer with feelings. They become a variable to be managed or an obstacle to be moved. Think of your own life. Who do you treat with less respect simply because you know they aren't in a position to fight back? The famous psychoanalyst Carl Jung provided the theoretical framework for these sociological findings. Jung identified the shadow as the repressed, instinctive part of our psyche. Here we hide our unacceptable desires, arrogance, and capacity for violence. The Stanford experiment didn't invent evil in those students. It simply removed the social structures keeping their shadows locked away. Much of our everyday kindness is actually a social veneer, armor we wear to stay integrated into society. When that armor is removed by power or anonymity, the dehumanizing parts of our nature are free to act. Accepting that selfishness and cruelty exist within you is an agonizing realization. However, clinging to the idea that you are a purely good person makes you dangerous. By denying your own capacity for harm, you are more likely to project your faults onto others and justify your actions as righteous. True character involves looking into the abyss of your mind, acknowledging your capacity for cruelty, and consciously deciding not to act from it. This self-awareness is the only thing that separates those who succumb to toxic environments from leaders who remain unshakable. Your character is defined by what you do when you can get away with anything. I want you to look back at the last week. What is one moment where you used your position to treat someone poorly? Identify it in the comments. Let's bring it into the light.